R1,000, as well as crucial family law issues such as protection orders, children's courts, and maintenance matters. During the 2023-2024 financial year, the district courts grappled with ongoing ICT challenges affecting data capturing and court management systems, with criminal case statistics left, unfortunately, to the magistrates' monthly returns rather than the integrated case management system for collation and capturing. This led to limitations in reflecting through judicial performance. But despite these challenges, the courts maintained strong performance indicators. Key performance highlights included an average of 95% of criminal cases finalized across all administrative regions, with significant caseloads handled, such as 725,000 cases in Gauteng and Johannesburg alone, thus achieving a 97% finalization rate. And that's just one example. Child justice preliminary inquiries, which are critical for protecting children in conflict with the law, were finalized within 30 days at an average rate of 84%. Cape Town, Durban, and Pietermaritzburg regions showed particularly high compliance, exceeding 90%. Maintenance matters were finalized within 90 days at an average rate of 89%, reflecting a commitment to efficiently resolving family maintenance issues. The Eastern Cape B Mthatha region led with a 95% finalization rate. Challenges impacting case flow included deficiencies in court recording systems, language interpretation services, essential court infrastructure, and persistent load shedding, all affecting case finalization rates and court operations. The Department of Justice and Constitutional Development has committed to upgrading court ICT infrastructure, whose responsibility is theirs, by rolling out fiber optic connections and developing improved data capture tools in consultation, of course, with judicial officers. Additionally, supervision and same-day data entry initiatives aim to enhance the accuracy and timelines of statistics, enabling judicial officers to monitor performance more closely. The district efficiency and enhancement committees and provincial efficiency and enhancement committees have been working to strengthen stakeholder cooperation to overcome systemic blockages and improve overall court efficiency. Owing to the ongoing ICT challenges within the Department of Justice, which I've mentioned, during 2024-2025, criminal case data in the district courts continued to be sourced from the magistrates' monthly judicial returns, what is called an MC15 tool, which unfortunately does not fully reflect judicial performance according to norms and standards. Challenges with capturing data for domestic violence and children's courts remain to date. Nevertheless, data on child justice preliminary inquiries and maintenance matters covering 240 courts was audited and found reliable, with the department receiving an unqualified audit opinion for the year. Key performance highlights for 2024-2025 include a strong average criminal case finalization rate of 94% across all administrative regions, with the highest caseload in Gauteng, Pretoria to be precise, disposing of 721,615 cases at 97% finalization. Child justice preliminary inquiries were finalized within 30 days at an average of 84%, demonstrating priority towards protecting vulnerable children. Durban and Pietermaritzburg achieved the highest rates at 95%, but Johannesburg lagged behind at 61%. Maintenance matters were finalized within 90 days at 89% on average, reflecting the commitment to expeditiously resolve matters protecting children's interests, with Mthatha leading again at 91%. Operational challenges impacting court efficiency included insufficient court recording systems, language interpretation support, laptops, printers, and the effects of persistent power and water outages on court functionality, which plagues most courts across the country, including the Apex Court itself. The Department of Justice and Constitutional Development committed to rolling out fiber optic connections to all the courts to improve ICT stability, and plans to implement a new data capturing tool developed in consultation with district court judicial officers. An improvement plan mandates daily data capture by supervisors and data capturers, supported by monthly reporting to empower judicial officers to ensure data accuracy through regular oversight. But despite these ICT and infrastructural challenges, the district courts maintained solid finalization rates and remain focused on providing timely access to justice through continuous performance monitoring and enhanced stakeholder collaboration. I turn to judicial education and training, which are indispensable tools to maintaining a judiciary that is independent, impartial, dignified, accessible, and effective. Continuous professional development equips judicial officers with the necessary knowledge and skills to interpret and apply the law in an evolving legal landscape, ensuring that justice is served fairly and efficiently. The South African Judicial Education Institute, SAJE, which was established by the Judicial Education Institute Act of 2008, fulfills this vital role. Since commencing training in 2012, SAJE has been guided by a council comprising senior judicial officers, including the Chief Justice, legal professionals, academics, and representatives from the executive and traditional leadership. This diverse body ensures that judicial education reflects the values and needs of our constitutional democracy while embracing innovation and inclusivity. SAJE's primary functions include developing and providing continuous education and professional training for serving and aspirant judicial officers, conducting research to improve judicial education, and promoting the quality and efficiency of justice delivery. SAJE continues to deliver training for aspiring judicial officers at all 3 levels of the judiciary, in line with Section 5B of the SAJE Act. The aims of the programs is to contribute towards a pool of candidates eligible for appointment to the bench. Of particular note is SAJE's commitment to advancing gender transformation through the Aspirant Women Judges program. The program is a flagship initiative that deserves special commendation for its vital role in addressing gender imbalance within South Africa's judiciary. The program cultivates a capable pool of women ready to take up high court vacancies, with 100% of its graduates currently acting in these courts. Launched in August 2007 and recently renamed in honor of Ambassador Bridget Mabandla, former Minister of Justice, who, in collaboration with the South African chapter of the International Association of Women Judges, conceived this brilliant initiative. The program offers intensive training, mentorship, and practical exposure to highly qualified women magistrates and legal practitioners with at least 12 years of experience. Many of the original graduates have since risen to prominent judicial positions, with some now serving as senior judges, including at the Supreme Court of Appeal. This highlights the program's success in equipping women with the skills, knowledge, and confidence necessary to serve at the highest levels of the judiciary. SAJE's dedicated efforts through this program are pivotal not only for the promotion of gender equality, but also for enhancing the representation, legitimacy, and effectiveness of the South African judicial system. SAJE is mindful of the financial constraints for legal practitioners participating in the program and has actively sought funding to provide a stipend to this cohort during the attendance of the compulsory training, often with difficulty, unfortunately. During the 2023-2024 financial year, 12 aspirant women judges graduated from the program. SAJE is currently in receipt of 104 applications for the upcoming group. In the periods under review, SAJE delivered 122 judicial education courses, exceeding its target of 115. The curriculum has been aligned with contemporary legal developments, providing training on pressing issues such as illegal wildlife trafficking, climate change, artificial intelligence, and the use of ChatGPT. Online courses, especially targeted at district court magistrates, have expanded access and enriched judicial understanding of complex and emerging topics. SAJE also serves an important continental role, among others, supporting the Africa Electoral Justice Network by hosting webinars that build capacity for electoral justice and the preparation for elections, thus bolstering democratic processes across the continent, the African continent. Despite a slight decrease in participant numbers due to connectivity issues caused by load shedding, over 3,700 delegates attended SAJE training sessions in both periods under review, including newly appointed judges, magistrates at various levels, aspirant judges, and even foreign judicial officers. SAJE has published the 6th edition of the journal, which has been accredited by the Department of Higher Education and Training since 2023. The journal promotes scholarly contributions from the judiciary, legal professionals, and academics. Through publications and training, SAJE has cultivated a culture of continuous professional development. And it recently published a book of essays authored by judges, has made a significant contribution to judicial education by providing critical insights, research, and reflections on contemporary judicial challenges and transformation. This publication not only enriches the knowledge base of judicial officers, but also fosters dialogue and learning essential for the evolution of a more effective and inclusive judiciary. Complementing its educational initiatives, SAJE has been given the crucial responsibility of training judges and magistrates on the newly adopted sexual harassment policy of the South African judiciary. This training will play an instrumental role in shaping a judiciary that upholds dignity, equality, and accountability, addressing systemic issues of misconduct and fostering a culture of respect and safety within the court environment. Together, these efforts underscore SAJE's pivotal role in strengthening the quality, integrity, and transformation of the South African judicial system. The Institute's continuing efforts ensure that our judiciary remains competent, responsive, and equipped to meet the challenges of modern justice administration for all South Africans. On judicial appointments and retirements, following the Judiciary's commitment to robust judicial education and continuous professional development, it is as important to consider the critical processes of judicial appointments and retirements. These processes ensure that our courts are staffed with competent, diverse, and dedicated individuals who uphold the integrity and independence of the judiciary, thereby sustaining the constitutional promise of justice for all. In terms of Section 174, subsection 6 of the Constitution, the President appoints judges of all superior courts based on the advice of the Judicial Service Commission, the JSC. The JSC is a constitutional body established in terms of Section 178 of the Constitution, tasked with this responsibility. and its primary functions are to interview candidates for appointment as judges and advise the president as to which candidates to appoint as judges, or in the case of judges of the Constitutional Court, to provide the president with a list of candidates from whom the president will make appointments. The other function is dealing with certain complaints against judges through the Judicial Conduct Committee, the JCC, or Judicial Conduct Tribunal, JCT, which are established in terms of the Judicial Service Commission Act. The Commission deals with matters referred to it by the JCC and also with others that are referred to it by the JCT. And JSC also advises national government on any matter relating to the judiciary or the administration of justice, but when it considers any matter except the appointment of a judge, this distinction is important, it must sit without the members designated in terms of Section 178, 1H and I of the Constitution. During the 2 periods under review, the JSC met on 5 occasions. These sittings were convened as part of the Commission's biannual sittings to receive a briefing from both the Chief Justice and the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development about matters that affect the courts, to address issues that affect the judiciary, and to interview and recommend candidates for vacancies that arose in the various superior courts. During the 2023-2024 financial year, 35 vacancies arose in the superior courts. The Commission interviewed candidates and advised the President to appoint 24 of them, all of whom were subsequently appointed. In the 2024-2025 financial year, 33 vacancies arose in the superior courts. The Commission interviewed candidates and advised the President to appoint 27 individuals, all of whom were subsequently appointed. Significant appointments in the 23-2024 financial year included Justice Mulemela as the President of the Supreme Court of Appeal to fill a vacancy that arose upon my appointment as the Deputy Chief Justice. In the 2024-2025 period, I was appointed Chief Justice, and Justice Zondi was appointed as the Deputy President of the Supreme Court of Appeal, both positions effective from 1 September 2024. In 2023-2024, the gender composition of newly appointed judges comprised 14 females, representing 56%, and 11 males, representing 44% of that group. The gender and racial composition of the judiciary is finally undergoing positive and discernible transformation. Of the 29 judges appointed in 2024-2025, 14 were women, and that totals up to 48%, and 15 were men, which amounts to 52%. On the issue of race, the judiciary comprises 49% African judges, 31% white judges, 11% colored judges, and 9% Indian judges, with a gender balance close to parity, 51% males and 49% females across superior courts, in some courts with the women judges in the majority. Notably, President Mulemela's court, the Supreme Court of Appeal, stands out as a beacon of gender transformation within South Africa's judiciary, with a majority of its judges, that is 13 out of 23, 56%, being women, a remarkable achievement that underscores the progress towards greater inclusivity at the highest appellate level. The Constitutional Court, South Africa's apex court, comprises a diverse bench that includes 4 women justices, colored woman justice, and 3 African women justices. Of the 9 permanently occupied positions, 1 white male justice, an Indian male justice, a colored male justice, and 2 African male justices. These demographics reflect a commitment to representation and equality. In terms of judicial leadership, women hold significant positions across the judiciary, starting with the Chief Justice, who leads the entire judiciary and the Constitutional Court for the first time in the history of this country, the President of the Supreme Court of Appeal, the Judges President of KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, and Western Cape divisions of the High Court, 3 women out of 9 judges President in the 9 provincial divisions of the High Court, and 5 women Deputy Judges President in the 9 High Court divisions. One of the 4 specialized courts, the Land Court, is led by women in both the Judge President and Deputy Judge President positions. Women occupy 6 of the 9 positions of regional court presidents and 15 out of 19 chief magistrates in multiple stations across the country. Collectively, these leadership demographics signify meaningful strides towards a judiciary that mirrors the nation's demographic composition and advances gender equality at each of its tiers. Notably, divisions of the High Court have achieved or exceeded 50% female representation, reflecting ongoing progress in gender transformation. During the 2023-2024 financial year,